Hello everyone and welcome to Dueling with Downton, and today we're here to rank each and every character from the Yu-gi-oh VRAINS anime series. Now then, I collected every single character of significance from VRAINS. If I have missed out a couple, let me know who they are in the comments down below, and I'll give you my thoughts and opinions on them in a reply comment. But characters like Soulburner's mother and father who tragically died in a car accident, or Blood Shepherd's mother, I have left off the list because there's nothing we can really say about them. We didn't get enough information about said characters, so only characters of significance I've got here. Plus, this is based on my own personal opinion, so if you agree or disagree with any of the characters and where I placed them, then of course let me know in the comments down below and we'll have a discussion about it. Why not? And while you're at it, let me know your favourite and least favourite character in the comments down below. But without further ado, let's just start with a character of I, human form. Starting off this list, we've got I, human form, and I'm putting him in A tier. Now just notice this says A+, so we'll switch that to an S, and I was the second best villain that we had within VRAINS, in my personal opinion of course, so I is going in A. Now I, Ignis form, is going in B. The comedic skits and the supportiveness he showed towards Playmaker were pretty cool, so I think B is kind of a suitable place for Ignis I. Next up is Akira Zaizen. Now this is a character that has his head on straight. Very cool design, but very good ethics and morals, plus he has a really cool archetype, so we're putting him in A tier. Aoi Zaizen, just as herself in a human world, is a B tier character. I really like the themes that this character presented, and seeing her overcome her own struggles and insecurities I thought was really fun, and it showed clearly in the human world towards the end of VRAINS. Next up we got Aqua, and Aqua is a C tier character. Really didn't have anything to remember Aqua by really, apart from maybe the bubble butt, but that just feels awkward. Bit and Boot is a D tier character. They're not great, really. Blood Shepherd is a tier character. This character is edgy. This character is cool. He is probably a character I want to see a spin-off about in terms of if any character within this list had a spin-off series, it would be Blood Shepherd that I want to see. Next up, we've got Blue Angel, and she is a C tier character in my opinion. Blue Girl goes into B tier. I like her design more than Blue Angel, and her duels were fun. Plus her interactions with Emma in this sort of avatar state were also enjoyable. Next up is Blue Maiden, and I'm putting Blue Maiden still in B tier, but at the top. The mermaid princesses that she uses, Marines I think is what it's called, those were awesome. I really like the archetype and I use it within Link Evolution, the PlayStation game. Plus at the same time, this is just the best form of the Blue Angel, Blue Maiden, Blue Girl sort of avatars that Aoi goes through. Next up is Bowman, and honestly Bowman for me is a C tier character. I just didn't connect with Bowman. I didn't like him very much. His duels were okay, but his personality just never actually grasped my attention. So, he's C tier. Next up is Vira, and her English name, Clarissa Turner? Don't know about that, but C tier. Gnome is a C tier character. He was crazy and okay. Next up is Earth, and Earth, I'm sorry, but you're D tier. I like the fact you had a little crush on Aqua, but apart from that, I didn't really have anything to remember you by. And Faust, C tier. Flame, B tier. I think Flame was a pretty decent character. He has some good lines and some good quotes. Yeah, not bad for an Ignis. Next up we got the Frog and Pigeon, and these are B tier characters. They were just really funny, lively and energetic, and I liked the commentary they presented within the duels. Next up we've got our first entry into S tier, Ghost Girl. What can I say? She's the best female within VRAINS. She has a great design, great personality, cheeky and smart and cunning. Yeah, I wish we had more from Ghost Girl. At the end of the day though, she's still a C tier character in my personal opinion. Go Onizuka is a D tier character. I really did not like Go at all. Like, he was one of the rivals I was the least interested in. And seeing him come back time and time again, I guess you can call it persistent or courageous, but I just found it boring. Haru is a D tier character. Sorry, Haru. Jin Kusanagi is a C tier character. Soulburner's friend. I'm actually going to put her in C tier. I actually really like her design, and I like the fact she was like the support mechanism for Soulburner when he was Takeru. Next up is Dr. Kogami. D tier. C tier, even. Kusanagi is a D tier character. Kusanagi I was gonna put in C tier, but then I remembered the emotional duel he had with Playmaker. That duel made his character all the more enjoyable. He was a great father role model for Playmaker, great supportive friend, a great cook in his hot dog van, and all round just a great guy. So B tier I think is quite respectable here. Lightning is a second entry into S tier. Lightning is the best antagonist slash villain we had from VRAINS. And you know what? I just liked Lightning so much more than the other antagonists. Unless you count Revolver as an antagonist, which he kind of is, but I saw him more as a rival towards the end. Miyu. Now Miyu I'm putting in the bottom of C tier. I really like her design, so I'm not going to put her in D tier. But again, we didn't really have too much to go on when it came to Miyu. Next up is Naoki. Naoki I think can sit. Yeah, controversial, but I like Naoki more than Bowman. I just do. I found Naoki entertaining. I found him fun. Brave Max was awesome. And all round, I'd much rather see an episode focus on Naoki than see an episode focus on Bowman. Unpopular, I know. Gonna get some hate in the comments for that, but I'm sticking with it. Now this is Akira Zaizen's like chauffeur, and well, he can go into D tier. Playmaker. Okay. Hear me out. Hear me out. For me personally, Playmaker is my least favourite protagonist in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's not because he doesn't develop. He does have development. His development is allowing people to become closer to him and gaining friends after having such a tragic childhood. That's fine. Playmaker never lost. Now, I don't like an invincible protagonist. I like characters that lose and gain something from that loss and grow in that way and kind of develop from that loss. Playmaker never had a chance to do that. I understand why, because the trauma of his childhood led him to have this psychological drawback to where if he loses, it meant death for him. And I got it. He didn't want to lose because of that trauma, and I'm not downplaying the trauma itself, but I'd like to have seen how he would have picked himself up afterwards. I felt like Playmaker had so much more potential, but they never gave it to him. So Playmaker is a C tier character. Queen is D tier. We expected loads from Queen. She underdelivered big time. We have our third entry into S tier, and it's Revolver. The bullied Soulburner. D tier. I think I'll put him at the bottom because I hate bullies. So, worst character in VRAINS. Is that Hayami? The secretary to Akira Zaizen? C tier. Rabapi. B tier. Rabapi Machine. C tier. Soulburner. Now, honestly, in my reviews, when I reviewed VRAINS on my other YouTube channel, I'll link it in the description below and at the end of the video, but I wasn't a big fan of Soulburner. And I'm still not the biggest fan of Soulburner. But I am going to put him in B tier. Now, might have made that sound a bit more dramatic than it was, but while actually watching VRAINS itself, I probably would have put Soulburner in D tier. So after looking back at it and reflecting on it, I quite like Soulburner more than I did previous. So B tier. Spectra is an A tier character. Crazy, psychotic, fun, enjoyable, passionate, awesome character. Now, I put Takeru and Soulburner in this list just because I wanted to bring up the fact his English dub name is ridiculous. Theodore Hamilton. I'm sorry if your name was also Theodore Hamilton, but at the same time, why did they give him that name in English dub? It makes no sense. But yeah, Soulburner was cool, but I didn't really have much enjoyment from you, so C tier. And finally, Windy. Windy is a B tier character. I think in terms of finalizing this list though, I'm going to keep that all in the same order. Don't want to put I a bit further down. I'm going to swap I and Akira Zaizen around, and Spectra and Blood Shepherd. Aoi Zaizen, Blue Maiden is going to stay at the top of B. I do think though that's the correct order I want to put that category in. People are probably screaming at me to put Bowman and Playmaker further up, but I'm not going to. But I think that finalizes the list here. Now, again, it's a controversial list, but it is my own personal opinion. So if you do disagree, then let me know in the comments down below. Give me as much heat as you want, but of course try to be respectful with the language that you use, that's all I ask. But then again, let me know your favourite character from VRAINS and your least favourite as well. I love to hear your thoughts and opinions. But with all that's done and done, I hope you've enjoyed this tier list video, and I'll see you next time for the next one. Have a great day, alligator, martinet, goodbye.